All yours.
Yeah, did say all good.
Yeah.
All right, you guys good. Call this Topsham Select Board meeting to order on April 20, 2022, from the Donald A. Russell Meeting Room. Would you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Patty, would you call?
I will. David Douglas,
I'm here.
Marie Brilliant,
Excused.
Ruth Lyons,
Excused.
Matt Nixon,
Present.
Roland Tufts.
Here.
And we have a town manager, Derek Skripczynski, at the table also.
Thank you, Patty. Town manager report.
Welcome, everyone. Just a few reminders. Like last week, absentee ballots for the November election are available at Town Hall. As of today, 1,897 ballots were issued or have been issued, and 1,181 have been returned. It's about 22% of our registered voters in town, so that's good news. The election will be held on Tuesday, November 8th at Mount Ararat High School, and polls will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The tax clerk office will also be issuing dog tags. They started on October 15th. Residents may register the dogs online via the town's website or in person at the tax clerk office. Just please bring proof of rabies vaccination. Registration fees are $6 for spayed and neutered and $11 if not. And the Halloween trick or trunk-a-thon is scheduled for Monday, October 31st from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Topsham Fairgrounds. And online registration is available for this event on the Parks and Recreation page. And one thing I went to last night, and I just want to put it out to the town or whoever sponsored this event. The president's own U.S. Marine Corps band was at the Orion Performance Center last night. So whoever coordinated that did a fantastic job. The entire facility was packed, and for those that don't know, it is the president's band. These are people that are hand-selected to join the military and be part of the band. This tradition has gone on for over 200 years, but it was a fantastic event. Great for the area. And I found out this morning that they also stayed an extra day to work with Mount Ararat High School and Brunswick High School band students to give them some lessons and play along with them. So I just want to extend thanks on behalf of the town to those people who coordinated the event.
Any questions?
Just a question about trunk or treat or trick or trunk on it. I was actually on Parks and Rec last night and I didn't see anything. Was it just missing it? It's entirely possible.
I'll verify tomorrow. Maybe registration's full. I don't think it is, but I'll check.
Sorry,
No worries.
I just got to double check here. Board committee reports and updates. Tonight we have an update from the Energy Committee. Yvette Meunier.
Yvette Meunier, 35 Prospect Street. So thanks for having me. I'm here to give, I guess, a biannual report, as it seems. Have been up here since January 20th. But since that time, we've done lots of things, and I'm going to give you a little brief overview. The Community Resilience Partnership Program was something that we kicked off earlier this year. On January 25th, the committee held a public workshop to ascertain what our residents would like to see the town of Topsham do. And some of the projects that we identified included the LED conversion of the streetlights, electrifying the town's fleet, installing EV car chargers in public parking places, updating the climate action plan, and then examining some car sharing services and expanding bus service. In March, we were able to apply and were granted a non-match grant for a $46,000 LED streetlight project to update the municipal parking lot lights. And we will have another opportunity to go for a $50,000 no-match grant in March of 2023, or if we could partner with another town. So far, those grants have been upgraded to 125,000. So we'll see what's available then, but it would be great to do a partnership with the surrounding town. On the education outreach front, on February 2nd, we did our second educational series, which was on beneficial electrification. 3 of our committee members, alongside Efficiency Maine, were able to talk about how folks can switch to electrify all aspects of their life. We had 30 people registered and 36 folks have watched the video. The video is on our website. Also, we had a third opportunity for another engagement session. The webinar was on April 28th, and that was for solar options. So we discussed solar farms, subscription solar, as well as residential installations, and other Maine-based renewable options like power with speakers from Power Markets Revision and Maine Green Power. We had 39 people register for that, and the video has been watched 40 times. That particular session got some press release in the Times Record, and I've given you guys a hyperlink for that if you want to read about that. And we are planning some future webinars that will talk about Maine's energy utility and electric vehicles and charging. Also, in February, we received a designation for bronze from SoulSmart, and this is a national program that recognizes municipalities that support faster, easier, and more affordable solar options. And actually, Topsham was the first municipality in the entire state to get this designation. We've got a plaque. I don't know if it's made the walls yet anywhere around here, but we took a photo with it, and it was accompanied in our press release on the Portland Press Herald. LED streetlight conversion, April 25th. Committee members participated in interviewing Realterm, Affinity, and CMP on their LED RFQ proposals. We submitted a recommendation, and Affinity had been awarded the contract. And what that will result in is the town saving at least $165,000 over the next 5 years for owning their own LED streetlights. Further, this upgrade reduces the town's electrical consumption by 23% each year, which yields even more energy savings beyond the lease payment savings. And then also a little bit about solar development. We passed a solar zoning ordinance a while back, and it included some mitigation fees. And this, at this time, we have 2 20-acre projects that have been approved, 1 40-acre project and 1 163-acre project. There's an additional 20-acre project that's under review. However, only one of these projects has actually completed the CMP review and is under construction, which is the 20-acre Next Amp project off Middlesex and Murder Road. That brought in $6,371 in the mitigation fees, and some of the additional habitat mitigation fees that are associated with those projects I mentioned before range from $600,000 to $750,000 for a possible $1,069,000 to the town. And then about this ordinance that we wrote, is actually being featured in Maine Farmland Trust's most recent version of their solar siting guide for Maine towns. It'll be an appendix to their more extensive Maine municipal guide released later this year, and I've got hyperlink to that as well. And then lastly, we turn 2, and we are excited about that, and we're looking forward to what we'll bring moving forward. And we'd like to ask to have a workshop where we could revisit our guiding principles and outline our work with some timeframes and so forth. Maybe in November, if we can get something to you and have it reviewed and schedule that at your convenience.
So on that, you would get something to us ahead and then schedule. I was, because I knew you had written do something in November.
Yes, so October, our meeting in October, we're gonna, which is next Tuesday, we're gonna look at a draft that we have started to create, and then we want to make, kind of some talking points and so forth, and then give that to you before we meet, so you have time to look at it. So maybe we can meet at your second meeting in November, or when it makes sense.
Okay, yep. Yeah, I was gonna say, even if I'll just say up front, I hate doing workshops around our meetings. So we may have to still November, but you know, we put on Tuesday, Wednesday. It just, I don't want one bleeding into the other and having to shut down one to go to the other because we planned on it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Um,
Or we could do it as the energy committee, that could be our meeting instead, those are the fourth Tuesday of each month for folks out there that wanna come join us. Please join us next meeting because we're gonna be talking about what we wanna do. Anyhow, you can get back
Oh,
to
yeah,
us.
yeah, no, I just trying to look at it all. Yeah, once you get that form, just knowing Thanksgiving's in there, just balancing it.
Thanksgiving.
I'll just coordinate with the vet and come up with some dates when. Or
Wonderful.
Great.
Excellent, thank you.
10.
Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, you. Were there cupcakes for your birthday, the 2-year birthday?
Oh, no.
No. there. Leads me to my one question I have on Cuban.
Uh-oh.
Where did I go? Hold on. Have your orders are on the public comment, correspondence, adjustments to the agenda. So we've got one adjustment to the agenda. Item 2285, which we'll take on at the end of this, if we say yes. Enter into executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA subsection 40560 to discuss labor negotiations. That's my motion. And then seconded. All those in favor. So we'll add that on. So you got the
Mhm.
all right. Consent calendar, approval of the minutes of the regular select board meeting, September 15. So no, hold on. Should be October, yes, 6, right? Time one. Just make sure I didn't even read the top. Yeah, October 6th. So yes, approval of the minutes from October 6th, 2022. So
Second.
all in favor? Look at that, we're just making decisions tonight. Getting there. Unfinished business, 2281, consideration any appropriate action on the appointments to the bicycle and pedestrian committee. This evening, we finished up our interviews for that committee. There are 10 individuals that we have interviewed. And we need to nominate 9 to start this committee up. Do I have any nominations for how?
I'd like to make a motion for bid.
All right,
I'd like to nominate. I'm gonna butcher some of these names, so forgive me if you're watching at home. Laurie Bourgeois, that's because I'm a French minor. Sarah Nelson, Javier Sikota, Perry Moore, Barbara Dodge, Brian Banton, Aaron Aranison, Simon Burgett, and Dana Carey.
second. Motion and seconded.
What's the last
Dana
name?
Karen, Dana. This is first name, okay.
Yeah.
K-R-E-Y.
Yeah,
And that's not. That is not. Motion seconded, all those in favor. We now have a full committee.
too bad we can't do that for all our committees.
We'll just wipe them out and start over.
Is that what you're saying? I'm saying, I'm that much interest.
New business 2282, consideration any appropriate action to approve a 10-year contract renewal franchise agreement. You know, that I've done this before, so that means I've been here for over 2 years.
Great.
We won't do this again.
Yeah, I'll take this one. With us today is Jay Summers, and he's been around a lot longer. Rachel. Hi, Jay. Jay's the Comcast Senior Manager of Government Regulatory Affairs. He's here to answer the questions. I'll pretty much read the memo I presented to the board for the public. This is our current cable television renewal franchise agreement was signed in October of 2012 between the Town of Topsham and Comcast, and it's expiring this month. The term of the proposed renewal agreement is 10 years unless it's renewed, revoked, or terminated under certain conditions. This agreement grants Comcast the right and the privilege to own, construct, reconstruct, erect, operate, and maintain equipment and infrastructure in Town of Topsham and within its rights of way. The equipment includes all necessary equipment for the installation, maintenance, and operation of the cable system. Tonight, we seek your approval to renew the franchise agreement between the town of Topsham and Comcast for 10 years. It'll expire in October of 2032. I've been working with Jay for the last couple months, reviewing the current agreement. Hasn't changed much. We took out references to antiquated equipment that is no longer part of the system, and everything else remains the same. We have not asked for any additional money, which I think we did in the last agreement, to outfit the TV studio downstairs, which would essentially be more of a burden on the customers if we were to do something like that. So that's also excluded. And Jay's with us tonight. If you have any specific questions.
I do not.
I had just a clarification. Page 7, section C is talking about non-exclusivity, which is often, I guess. From a realistic perspective, if we're talking about the right of way, and we already have one franchisee in that right of way, is it possible that you can fit another company in there? I guess.
I'm not sure if we'd add an additional company in there. Right now, if we were to not exercise, and Jay, correct me if I'm wrong, but if we were not to go with Comcast, there's really not many other choices. They'd probably have to work out an agreement with another franchisee to purchase all of the infrastructure and then operate in the town. Is that correct, Jay?
Yes, it is.
Are we getting this annual report that's referencing various medical costs?
So those are items that I've actually asked Jay about. We worked through it, not because of their, I'll let Jay speak to that more, but it has to be upon a written request by the town. I asked for automatic annual reports. In the event that Jay's not there, or I'm not here, or any of the town managers not aware, because it's a 10-year agreement, but that's something we're just gonna have to pass down, and we've got the agreement in multiple places. Once it's signed, so if the town would ever ask the select board, I would see it in the report. All of the things that you've read in this agreement would be presented by Comcast in that report.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. It'd be very interesting.
There's Jay, would you mind explaining, because the question comes up a lot. When people think of Comcast, they think of internet and cable television, one and the same, and it's not mentioned in the contract. Can you just give an explanation for everyone here?
Yeah, well, what we're talking about tonight is just strictly the cable TV franchise. And although we do offer different services in the town of Topsham, we offer obviously internet, we offer home security, we'll offer cellular phone service, but now tonight we're just talking about the cable TV contract, and broadband is not regulated by the state or by the town.
Thank you, Jay.
Yep.
Clarify my question too. Thank you.
Anything else? No. You ready for a motion? I'll make a motion. I tried, man. I tried to give you a.
There we go. I move that we approve and sign the cable television renewal franchise agreement between the town of Topsham, Maine and Comcast.
Second. It's been motioned and seconded. All those in favor? Unanimous. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you for having me, and it was a pleasure to work with you, Derek, over the last several months to get this resolved and signed, agreed to rather. And Comcast looks forward to continuing 10 more years of supplying the best home entertainment and service we have. So it's been a pleasure working with you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jay.
Yep.
2283, consideration and appropriate action on discussing the library board request to an exception on town policy regarding alcoholic beverages.
Hello, I'm Susan Priest. I'm the director of the Topsham Public Library. I'm with Kelly Glidden, who is our vice president of the board. And we are coming again to ask for an exception for our Witten Society event. The Witten Society event is a major donor event And at the major donor event, it's an invitation only event. We are honoring, it has been our habit for the last 8 years to honor a member of the community with the Sarah Whitten Community Service Award. And this year, the award, and it's basically the Sarah Whitten Community Award, is in memory of Sarah Whitten, who gave her family home to the library. So she was supporting the town and the library. And so that's the genesis of the award. This year, the award will go to Charlie Crosby, Charles Crosby III, who is publisher of the Crier, and among the many other things that Charlie does. We are having a evening event on Friday, November 4th. And we hope to have a little wine tasting, which will be provided by the Carousel Music Theater from Booth Bay. They work with our caterers, Simply Susie's Caterer in Harpswell. They have licensing, and we will do all the appropriate paperwork, etc. We've done this now for, I guess, 6 of the last, but we didn't have wine last year, so 6 of the last. Yeah, so, and we did it in the afternoon, anyway. So we would hope, and it's gone very well. People seem to really enjoy it, and you, of course, are all invited, and you should have or be receiving an invitation in the mail in the next day or so. The last of them went out today, so.
I only want to know what heavy hors d'oeuvres are.
Heavy hors d'oeuvres, are you ready?
Yes.
Bacon wrap scallops.
Tenderloin on toast points. Poached salmon with lemon dill sauce. Bruschetta. Cheese and crackers. And a few other exciting things, including some dessert sweetie things, So- heavy stuff, as opposed to,
Well,
you're not getting any diet food
I
from
read
me.
that and I'm like, wow, I've only seen hors d'oeuvres. I don't know what the heck.
Yeah,
That sounds even
No
better.
diet food, no diet food. There you go.
All right. Any questions of Susan? Because I can't find the,
I make a
thank
motion
you.
to allow the library to proceed with their alcoholic request.
Alcoholic beverage.
Alcoholic beverage request.
Right.
For the Whitman fundraiser.
That's right. Motion and second with all those in favor.
Thank you very much, and we hope to see you there.
Thank you.
No, please come.
2284, consideration and appropriate action on appointments to the Finance Committee and TDI Board. This evening, we interviewed Peter Picarillo and for TDI and Sonia Sampson. Both highly qualified, both wonderful people to speak with. And I make a motion that we appoint both to their respective committees.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
See the names.
Yeah. I'm done with it. So you can. Then, so now we went on to our addition. 2285, make a motion to enter into executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA section 40560 to discuss labor negotiation. Second. Motion and seconded, all those in favor, unanimous.